the rent's so high, the traffic's like, then why did you, leave your first family to come here? Like why did you give it all up for this dream that you say that you have, Like what if those are my BBLs, Like what if those are my aggressive drivers? Like what if I feel good about that? Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong that I'm terrified to drive because of this beautiful city that I'm born and raised in? Every time I tell an Uber driver I don't drive, they go, good. And I'm like, I'm not like your competition. Like, what are you worried about right now? You know what I mean? Are you saying good because of the traffic or good because like I genuinely don't seem like somebody that you feel comfortable sharing this beautiful road with? I work at the mall. Thank you so much. People are like, retail workers are the real heroes. And it's like, doctors still win, We're really not doing all that much. The term essential worker, that was so funny, right? I don't know. I don't really feel essential. Basically, I'm a greeter. And just knowing that my job could be replaced by a cardboard cutout with like a motion detector sound thing is disheartening. So I try really hard to, have fun at work. I work at a really, really important industry, this country. I don't want to say because we're on live and I take this seriously and I'm trying to, I work at Bath and Body Works. And it's not like I love it. Like I told my mom, I was like, I get 40% off. And she's like, on what though? Like on what? She's like, you could get 20% off at Trader Joe's. I'm like, that's the number 20. And she's like, on groceries. I'm like, okay, cool. I kind of love it. People in LA, they'll be like, is this one organic? And I'm like, ma'am, that's a marshmallow pumpkin latte candle. Like it's not going to be good for you. People ask me, how do you handle all this scents all day? I'm like, listen, if I'm not breathing this air, I'm vaping. So it's just all flavors all the time. I'm bored. I'm bored of oxygen. It's so sad. Imagine if I vaped and I went in those like oxygen tanks too. I love that shit. I love when Kendall Jenner's like in a fucking, like an ice cube, when they do that, they put their whole body in they're not tanning anymore, but they're like still in like a box. I remember I saw this clip of Kendall, because I know her. She was talking about, because she made her 818 tequila, and she was like, I'm really proud of myself for entering the alcohol space. It's very male dominated. And I'm like, you're not a woman or a man, you're fucking Kendall Jenner. Like you can do anything and it doesn't really matter what is in your pants. Caitlyn proved it, no. That was nuts when she did that. I was really happy for her and then she opened her mouth and I was like, oh. And that's equality, hating somebody and still calling her she, you can correctly have somebody's pronouns and still be like that. No, that's a bitch. I know she's one because she's a bitch. So, okay, but no, the mall. So I'll just end it with, not end it. No, I'll give a few little anecdotes. And we'll get the night started. One time Taye Diggs came in to work and he went straight to warm vanilla sugar, which as we all know is a female scent. And he goes, I need this body lotion for my car. Buys it, leaves. So then when men come in and they ask me, like, do you have another bag? I don't want people to see me walking around with this bag that says Bath and Body Works. And when they come in, they go, I'm here with my wife. And I'm like, one, I don't want to fuck you. Two, you're not, there's no wife here. It's just you in the store. I remember this guy was smelling this scent, smoked old fashions. And it's bad. It doesn't smell good. Smoked, it's just like smoke a cigarette that I was going to say it's probably cheaper, but no, cigarettes cost a lot of money these days. But so I showed him another one. It was Smooth Amber. I was like, why don't you try this one? And he smells it and he goes, that's what betas smell like. That's what betas smell like. His wife comes over 2 feet taller than him in a fedora. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I know who's alpha. And it's not you. And it doesn't matter what you smell like because she's probably buying it for you. I remember one time I told this woman, we have a aromatherapy, and we have a stress relief collection. And I go, just so you know, all of our stress relief products are 100% THC infused. She goes, really? I go, no, this is Bath and Body Works. I know we're in LA, but you can't really do, I mean, you can walk into the mall with like, you know, like a joint in your mouth. The security guards are so funny. They get so upset because they can't do anything, like at all. And they're just walking around all day. Like they're just like, hey, can I send you my Temu link? Just telling me shit about their life. I remember there was this guy who consistently will come in, walk into Bloomingdale's, come out in an outfit with tags on, and then walk up to whoever's greeting at Bath and Body Works and do this because he wants lotion. And one day I'm greeting and I go, oh no, all I have is Gingham Gorgeous. This man's gonna be so offended if I give him a female scent. So I wasn't ready. And then he walked in the store and then he knocked over lotion. He was like, pick that shit up, woman. And I was like, I want to feel that free, you know, like I want to be able to have that energy. I want to pick that shit up, woman. So I practiced on my mom and it didn't go well. But let's get the night started. Who's ready? Funky Friday. Let's get funky. Let's get funk. Let's start with the comedy of the one and only Brennan Weeks, everybody. Bring it. Give it up for Brennan.
All right, what's up, Bless? You good? I'm good. I want to let you know right now, I'm not one of those light-skinned dudes that'll go out of their way to give daps. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of just mind my own business, you know? If you knew me, right, would you go out of your way to give daps? Like, if you knew somebody, you don't do that? Okay. Different mentality. Would you, sir, if you knew somebody in this room, right, would you go and, like, give them a handshake and just say what's up if you knew them? Okay, I don't do that. It's been bred out of me. All right? I don't do that at all. I just mind my business. You say hi to me. I can't. I don't. I'm just here. Or I'm just here in my own space. It's not disrespectful. It doesn't mean to me. Like, everybody was really quiet and just like the whole breathing thing. I really enjoyed that because then I can think. You know, I could think. Okay. So we've all been on the internet, right? That's a very basic question. Let's just try to do some pandering, right? You've been on the internet, sir, correct? Great, fantastic. Internet's come a long way, right? We've come through the digital revolution of the first invention of it, right? Then to the age of information, and now I think we know too much, right? It is depraved, right? We are in an age of depravity, right? Case in point, I feel personally that I have been more emotionally affected by cute animal videos, way more than dead Palestinian kids. All right, I'm just saying I know you're gonna pull back. I know it's a hot button topic right now. But I just want to talk about selective outrage for just a second, right? Just a second. There's a lot of other conflicts going on in the world right now, right? That nobody has bumper stickers for, okay? Like there's so many regional ethnic conflicts that go down to the very core of what those cultures are. For instance, Bloods and Crips. Is that still a thing? I don't know. I think I find more pertinent information on the Citizens app than I do in international news, right? Because there's a guy with samurai swords around the corner. I'm more worried about that than dead Palestinian kids. And now I feel I'm so crazy. I've been on the internet for so long, most of my life. And you guys into conspiracy theories? Are you guys into conspiracy theories? Not at all. And you shake your head no, because you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Don't you? Maybe you too. I don't know. I'm just kidding, right? I'm just kidding. Selective outrage. Just give me a second, right? Don't take anything that I say seriously. Because I don't believe anything, right? I've been on the internet so long, I don't believe anything, right? As soon as I heard the NSA has fucking like groups of people that just troll message boards, I was like, oh, the government's into everything. There's no fucking way. Any of the comments are real. Any of the videos are real. All that technology has already been developed by the state way before it hit mainstream. What the fuck do we really know? I think Netanyahu did it on purpose. Sacrificed his own people. That's how crazy I am, right? Because there's only 2 survivors from the wall. All right, only 2 survivors, and they already said that they would give them information months in advance. The Times of Israel, check it out. All right, and that affects me way more than dead Palestinian kids. Okay, I'm done. It may not be funny, but I just like being able to use that tag because that's not as offensive. Saying dead Palestinian kids, okay. That somebody like a hijab was here and that I'd feel a little iffy about it, but clearly, okay. I don't know. Depravity has been in my life for quite a long time, right? Just as an adult, right? I mean, we've all watched internet porn. Maybe not you, sweet woman, but everybody else in this room has been exposed to porn, right? And at the age of 37, I think I have completed every sexual fantasy I've ever wanted, all right? Ever wanted, right? And I think I've flown too close to the sun. What is love? When you can have 2 Brazilian women just sitting on your face at the same time. There's really, like, do I want to settle down after touching the sun? I don't know. I don't know. It's been a lot of things have happened to me, just Holly weird, right? Holly weird. Last year, I decided to start doing all the drugs, okay? I haven't before, right? I just kind of smoked weed, a little bit of mushrooms, but played it safe most of my life. And last year, I did all the drugs, all of them, right? And I will say this, life is not as good. I think I definitely have taken a couple missteps. I was in between jobs this summer. And I decided my form of employment would be to sell drugs. Okay, I became a drug dealer just this summer, and just for the summer. Right, it was a little summer gig. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're a drug dealer. You must be poisoning the community. I only sold in gentrified neighborhoods. Okay, I only sold cocaine to white people. Right? With a couple of evictions, we'll get those neighborhoods back. Right? It's more of a social justice thing. I found out I'm not a good drug dealer. I give a lot of shit away for free. If they were to make a TV show about me, it'd be called Breaking Even. Okay. I was talking to this bigger drug dealer, you know, because there's a hierarchy. And I'm sitting on the couch with him. And I'm like, how do you become a better drug dealer? He's like, first of all, stop talking about it. And I was like, oh, fair enough. I went to a lot of raves too. You guys know about rave culture? Yeah, raving. And they're 10 minutes from my house. They're downtown LA. There's no excuse. They're right there. It's parties 10 minutes from your house, right? And then you can, it's guaranteed party right there. And I'm making money, right? I was making money. That's why I always had to sell my, I had to my wares. Is that the right word? Purview? Okay. I'll get a dictionary later. And at first I didn't get it, right? Because all the music at raves sounds the same. Right? It's all that same repetitive, earth-shattering, just. And then I started doing all the drugs, and I was like, "Oh, this makes so much sense, right? This is perfect, right?" I had no idea. That's where I'm supposed to be, and. I don't know. I think that raves are going to be the new retirement homes for millennials and Gen Zs. Just follow me, right? Because we're doing all the drugs anyway. Right? Can you imagine, like, you're gonna go visit your grandma, and it's just like ding dong. And you're like, grandma? She's like snorting ketamine, doing a wheelie, just wow. Dr. Thompson, you needed on floor 2. Okay. I love dubstep music. Thank you. This has been bleeding a lot into my actual career, right? I said I was in between jobs because I am actually a teacher, okay? And I usually, yeah. Listen, teaching children weights and measures. Okay. I didn't do that. No, it was basically background research to connect with my students. You know how it goes, right? Every white savior film. All right. I'm gonna teach you how to make it out the hood. Okay. He's cooking. All right, I'm done. It's Gen Alpha kids. You can't fucking talk to them. Something about Ohio and the Riz and all this other shit I don't understand right now. I don't understand any of it. Phantom tax? Okay. What the fuck is this? I don't know. It's been bleeding a lot of my lesson plans, like all this brave music and stuff. Like I'll be at the board, and I was teaching a lesson on jungles, and I was like, all right, kids, so up here we have 30 degrees north latitude, which is the Tropic of Cancer, and 30 degrees south down here is the Tropic of Capricorn, and in between you can find most subtropical climates, and in the background it's just like... I show a picture of a parrot. I'm talking about ecosystems. It's like... I play a video of indigenous people dancing. It's like, don't stop, pop that pussy. Titty act out. All right, thank you guys so much. I am Brennan Weeks. You have a great night.
Give it up for Brennan, everybody. He said, everybody except you has watched porn. And I was like, guys, me and Jan hang out. No, I'm kidding. No, give it up for Brennan, our nice star-in. I was so worried. I was like, what if nobody talks before the show, but then everybody talks during the show? You know what I mean? What a good little vibe, you guys. I usually judge how I feel about a room, how I would feel being stuck in an elevator with these people. And I feel so safe right now with you guys. You know. I don't know, because I feel like I would be the person who would suggest seating each other first, and that feels good. But I'm really excited that we're not in an elevator and that we're at an open mic and that we're gonna do some comedy because we're gonna hear from Jan Williams, the one and only. Give me something.
All right, well, I'm fixing things here. First of all, who says two Brazilian women aren't old school? Okay? On my own behalf. There. Second of all, who's crazy enough to take an elevator in Los Angeles? I won't do it. I fear earthquakes and I won't do it. All right, so here's the deal. Hello, everyone. Here's the deal. So I'm in the show called Dead Comedians Night, and it's a Halloween show, and it's at Flappers. So I'm going to do the 5 minutes as Phyllis Diller, okay? All right. Okay, then. There you go. Thanks. I love this. Thank you. So I'm glad you came out tonight. We have so much fun here. One night, a woman actually almost died laughing, but I'm okay now. And a terrible thing happened to me yesterday. Nothing. Ha! I know. When you look at me, you think I've completely given up on myself, but I assure you I have not. I went to the beauty parlor 4 times today. They won't let me in. Makes me so mad. I confronted them and I said, you've been putting this expensive cream on my face for years. When am I going to get better looking? He said, Madam, you've developed an immunity. I'm on the 14th year of a 10-day beauty plan. Then I found out about this beauty cream that came with a money-back guarantee, so I ran down to the store. They took one look at me and paid me in advance. I told the hairdresser I wanted a hairstyle that would drive men wild, and he said, so do I. I went to buy a dress and told the woman I was a medium. She wanted me to contact her dead Uncle Fred. I wore a peekaboo blouse. People would peek, and then they'd boo. And would you believe it? I once entered a beauty contest. Not only did I come in last, I got 361 get well cards. You know you're old when someone compliments you on your alligator shoes and you're barefoot. When I wear a bikini to the beach, even the tide won't come in. My G-string's down to... back up. My G-string is clear down to a D flat. I told my husband Fang I wanted to have my face lifted. He said, who'd take it? Oh, what I don't like about office Christmas parties is looking for a job the next day. And the reason I'm not an alcoholic is I never drink in front of the kids. And then, when they're not around, who needs it? You spend the first 12 months of your kid's life teaching them to walk and to talk. Then you spend the next 12 years telling them to shut up and sit down. You know, I wrote a book. It's a marriage manual. It tells you how to live with the man of your dreams till your husband comes home. Oh, a bachelor is a man who's never made the same mistake once. And they asked me to say a couple of words about my husband, Fang. How about short and cheap? He's so cheap, he said, let's go out to dinner. We ate in the garage. I realized on our first wedding anniversary that our marriage was in trouble. He gave me luggage. It was packed. And the most horrible thing that can happen to our house is on its way. Fang's mother. King Kong with an overnight bag. She's so huge when she takes off her bra, her feet disappear. Know what it says on the back of her bra? Wide load. We still have a souvenir from her last visit. A Persian rug. She sat on the cat. She stepped on the dog's tail. Now we call him Beaver. Her dress size is a junior missile. Her zipper's part of Amtrak. And when she blew her nose downtown, a construction crew broke for lunch. When she was a kid, she was so huge, her mother dressed her alike. She could only play Seek. And for Halloween, she threw a sheet over her body and went as Alaska. Then when she got back, we showed movies on her. And remember, if you don't have any wrinkles, you're not laughing enough. Thank you.
Give it up for Jan, everybody. And Phyllis Diller. That was amazing. That was the first time I ever adjusted a mic stand. I'm not kidding. I get too nervous. But again, what I said, I'm like, they're my favorite people in this room. Give it up for Jan one more time. That was such a Funky Friday treat. I really love that. And your show, you gotta always say when. Your show's Monday at Flappers at 7:30. Bring the back from the dead. Halloween. Woo, 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 woo. Speaking of coming back, I'm very excited to see this comedian again. You've been missed. Angelo Lobo, will you give us something? Give us some comedy? Yeah. Get funky?
Get funky. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Sam, and everyone that's here tonight. I enjoy the quiet, too, but then I feel like I should be doing something when it's quiet. I want to tell you guys how I really got up here. This is like, I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm divorced, so it seems like it was yesterday. I was packing up a little... Yeah, I'm not the only one. I feel right at home. So they'll be able to relate. You guys can relate to this then, because I was packing up my little Nissan Sentra with like 2 trash bags and a painting I really liked. And I was in the garage, and you know, it's like Holy Spirit, some God or Jesus. And I was looking at my wife at the time, Lulu, and I said, something came over me. It's like, say something. And I said, you know, sweetie, I don't know, it might take a year, it might take 3 years, maybe 6. I'm going to get a job and I'm going to send you some money and take care of you and the kids. And she looked back at me and she said, you're freaking funny. You should be a comedian. Here I am. The way I looked at it could take 10 years now. Little background about myself. I was born on the Cape Verde Islands. By a show of hands, how many people from Cape Verde? Just myself. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's 10 islands on the coast of Africa. It used to be owned by Portugal until about 1975. They became independent. So I speak a mix of Portuguese and Afrikaans. And so I'll give you a little example. Paturinha mulher ali, creio zicheu, obrigado por ter ali. Translation means to all the women here, I love you all, thanks for having me. To you men, it means what's up. Cape Verde is nice, man. But, you know, most kids, they grow up with the words mama, daddy, nana. No, my dad was a professional runner. Jose Lobo was a runner. My first drink of a mini Budweiser can was like at 7. So he was a moonshine runner. And so he ran all the moonshine from Cape Verde to New England. He still does a little bit. But those kids say mama, daddy, nana. I say Heineken, Budweiser, Grog. So Grog is a moonshine from Cape Verde. It's so high proof you can light it on fire. We literally have to keep flames away from it because it'll catch on fire. And it's not like your Chardonnay or your white wine. No, it puts hair on your chest. It'll even give you that I'll break your back tonight power. You know, that kind of stuff. But growing up in New England was totally different, man. I grew up around Puerto Ricans, Cubans, you know, like Dominicans, even Italians. Italians would come up to me, hey, Angelo, prego, prego. You're not Italian, Angelo Lobo? It's like, no, but I like focaccia. I like pasta. You know, and then it was like, you know, I couldn't find myself there. So fast forward, 25 years ago, I moved to California. It was totally different. Now you got Asians, Mexicans, Samoans, even Indians come up to me, Angelo, you're from Sri Lanka? So I said, what? I can't even say it. I ended up marrying a beautiful Indian woman, though. And one day she comes to me, she says, Angelo, we need to go to a meet and mingle. You're going to meet everybody. I'm like, okay. You know, I loved her. I didn't care. So we show up to the meet and mingle, and it's a room full of turbans. And they're eating vegetarian. I like steak. And I remember at the end of the night, the guy comes up to me, says, Angelo, you look Indian, but now you're family, huh? Now you're going to have your own corner. Own corner? So yeah, you're going to have your own 7-Eleven with a slurping machine. Only $180,000 investment. I'm like, what? I didn't want that. I wanted my house. And I got one, man, 4,000 square feet. I put a barbecue pit back there, fire pit, everything. Had patio furniture. Never sat on it, but it was mine. It was my house. The only problem is, like, the 200 people from the meet and mingle moved right in with me. I didn't have a couch to sit on. They hijacked my house. I went from 4,000 square feet to a 200 square feet garage, man. Mind-boggling. But I got to come clean. Look, I wasn't perfect. I messed up. There was 2 things I didn't want to give up when I got married. Alcohol and my mistress. I kept her in the toolbox. I kept her in the rafters. It was like I left the bachelor party and just kept going. Cocaine. I tell you, man, so while they were hijacking the house and watching Bollywood, I'd be in the garage trying to sync up my lines with the music. One day the door opened up. Angelo, come in, the curry in a hurry, come and eat. No, you go ahead, enjoy your food in my house, on my plates, with my spoons. Oh, what is that white stuff on his butt? What has he got in there? He's doing something in the garage? No, just checking out the drywall here. Looking at the drywall. I'm like, damn, I just blew away $300 worth of shit. I tell you, when the camel broke its toes, Lulu came into my space. You know when they come into your space, something's going down. Shit's about to fly. Angelo, I know you're messing around with cocaine. It's either me or her. Choose wisely. And she walks off. Man, it done ligo in the corazón, man. It hit me right here. I didn't know what to do. It hit me and stabbed messed up. I was thinking. And I said to myself, Self, I'm going to have one more conversation with cocaine and let her down softly. This time we're going to have a threesome. Picked up tequila. Oh, yeah. Have you ever gotten so drunk or high you think they are coming after you? Look, I heard helicopters. I said, fuck it, they can keep the house. I'm out of here. I got in my Nissan Sentra and I was gone. 30 miles an hour. I thought it was the cops for a minute. 30 miles an hour, I was gone in that Nissan, man. Only problem is I was still in the cul-de-sac. My neighbor came out of the corner of my eye. So I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And women try to save you. Somehow, Lulu got in the front seat of this car. Angela, what's wrong? What happened? I was like, I gotta get out of here. They're after me. Who's they? You know. You sent them. You're they. I got so blasted. And something clicked. She says, oh, Angela, we're at a dead end. We're not gonna make it. All of a sudden, tequila kicked in. Dude, you better lie to her. Just lie. I said, sweetie, look, I'm sorry. I bought 2 plots of land. I'm just stressed. I've been trying to build your dream house on one of them, and it's not going right. Really? It's not cocaine? Oh, no. That's so sweet. Well, wait a minute. You said you bought 2 plots of land. What are you going to do with the other one? I'm going to build a 7-Eleven. Huh? It's a cash cow, man. It's a cash cow. Yeah, it didn't work out, you know. 2 trash bags and a painting. Ended up getting on the road. But I'm happier today. And me and cocaine, we haven't seen each other for many years. Yeah. Tequila also, I had to dump her. Picked up something called cranberry juice and just kept it at that. Right? So I'm really happy to be here. I got this problem, though, sometimes, like, I talk to myself. I got 3 good friends, me, myself, and I. And sometimes I gets in the way. Like, I'll be at the gym in the parking lot getting ready to go in, and myself just kind of interjects and says, I don't feel like going in. And then I'm like, come on, me, we got to get in there. And myself says, no. Do you ever have that conversation? And you sit in the car like, I don't feel like going to work out. Anyway, I just tried that one out. But thanks for letting me be here. Appreciate all of you guys. I'm looking forward to getting some good comedy.
Give it up for Angela, everybody.
Give it up for Sam.
It's good to have you back, man. That was so crazy. It was so real. I was like, is he gonna do it? We're cool school. Guys, don't leave. We're gonna have some really good comedy. Okay. Well, I am so excited to bring up the very talented, the very funny, one and only Marcus Dawson, everybody.
I'm not experienced enough to talk about cocaine, but marijuana. Marijuana hella safe though, right? Like, it's mad illegal. I'm so mad that California legalized marijuana, because I felt like a real nigga when I was smoking that shit. And now it's like, just like everybody else. How can I separate myself from the Caucasians? Oh, shit, forgot. My bad. I stopped dating women I can't take in a fight. right? Right? See, the other day I was with this woman, and she was a little bit bigger than me. And we started getting in a tussle over some Wingstop. And I realized as we were squaring up, I was like, she got about 40 pounds in me, y'all. I want to get CTE, right? But I love thick women, right? I love thick women because any place you touch them on their body, you can simulate a titty. You know what I mean? You guys have to start finding those titties on your girl that have no nipples, all right? Game changer, guys. Fucking game changer. You guys ever had that back in the knee titty? Nuts. Absolutely nuts. But I don't like dating skinny women, right? Cause it's like going to In-N-Out and getting a protein burger, right? Where's the meat? Coming this bitch for a protein burger? Just lettuce. I had to break up with this girl the other day because I put her in jail and I can't have that stress on my mind right now. You know what I mean? I met this hood rat bitch from the 60s, as you do. And we really connected over Nipsey Hussle and all he did for the black community, right? And then we really connected over head. She do this thing, right, just for my personal growth, just because I get depressed easily. I get really bored, and so she just beat random bitches up just for my entertainment. One thing led to another, and she ended up in jail. She called me the other day, and I picked up just because we were lovers once, and I really cared for her, right? I said, "Hey, Naquilla, how you doing, baby? How you doing in there?" She said, "I'm doing good." She said, "Marcus, you don't sound too good right now. You sound a little down." I said, I am down, Naquilla. I really am. Can you do something for me?" And she said, "Marcus, do you know why they call me Naquilla?" She said, "Because I knock bitches out." And she just beat bitches' ass with the phone. It's my baby Naquilla. I love you. I volunteer down on Skid Row on the weekends. Thank you. If you're not clapping, fuck you, dude. The way I volunteer is I give out toiletries, blankets, pillowcases, and sometimes I give out dick. Right? I know you want to. We've all been there, guys. Listen. You guys ever slept with a homeless person before? No? There's a lot of things affecting that area, right? There's a lot of things affecting that area, like schizophrenia, heroin, fentanyl, right? But erectile dysfunction is the leading cause, guys, and that's where I do my part. That's where I like to give back to my community. Listen, if you guys have lived in LA long enough, you've had sex with a homeless person, whether you know it or not. All right? If this set goes well, you'll have sex with another one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm homeless. I'm what they call decaf homeless, okay? I put myself in this situation. I live in San Bernardino, which is like an hour away, and I commute here to do stand-up, and I work retail in the morning as well. I'm a greeter, actually, at Prada. A little different. I just wear a suit, that's all. Probably shouldn't have said that, though. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, so I sleep in my car at night because it's just too much hassle going back and forth. You know what I mean? Too much gas. The biggest difference between being homeless in your car and being homeless on the streets, I'm sure, well, honestly, the biggest comparison I can see is it's still weird getting a hard on anywhere, guys, outside of your house. I'm still a young man. My dick is randomly hard throughout the day. And I'm just sitting in my car. I feel real shame for it, though, right? So I just masturbate in my trunk like everyone else. Right? We all do it. You guys see my... He fucking does it. Look at him. You guys see that fucking trunk rocking and shaking and shit? Don't open that motherfucker. You're gonna get a face full of homeless man juice. You know? Terrible. My dad's from Belize, which basically means he's homophobic. I remember I was younger. I walked in, my dad watching a porno, and I was shocked. My mom, she was right behind me. She tried to close my eyes. She said, Marky! And my dad looked at my mom in the eyes. He said, move your hands. Let him watch it. And if his man part doesn't move, we'll throw him away. And I was only 6, so I had to do something. I was like, Jesus Christ, Dad, I'm gonna be thrown away. Shit. Belizeans are basically like Jamaicans, except we work harder if the job is illegal. You know what I mean? There's a machete involved, we're there. Oh, I'm gonna get my ass whooped for that joke. Guarantee you that. But one thing about Belizeans is we don't use condoms. It's very clear and evident by how many of we are in Los Angeles. My dad has 7 kids. My brother has 8, so he beat my dad by 1. And he's only half Belizean. I have none because it turns out you don't have kids or you don't have sex. You know what I mean? My pullout game is so real, it's unexistible. If that's a word, I feel like I was trying to say another word there. But unexistible? Somebody fact check me. White man with the oh, sorry. When I was a little younger, I was asking my dad, why is my head flat in the back, right? And he was like, it was just because when I was hitting it, son, I couldn't really get the right angle. I said, damn, Dad. My dad went to jail right after I was born. He came out 3 years when I was 3 years old. And while in jail, my dad wrote my mom all the time, and she never responded. If anything, my mom tried to move on with other men, right? But when my dad got out, he never faltered. He went right back to my mom, and he really begged and fought for his family, right? And that's how I knew my mom had some good ass pussy. That's how I knew. I was like, God damn, this nigga should be gone by now. I'm like, I see why it's 5 of us hitting it back to back. He was like, anyone's going to jail for this. It's me. But I feel like domestic violence is in my veins, right? Because see, my dad's from this little indigenous town in Belize called Slapaho. And my mom, she's from this little indigenous place in St. Louis called Stab a Nigga. So it's in my veins, guys. Sometimes I'll go to Starbucks and raise my hand quickly, and a woman will flinch, and I'm just like, I feel for you. I know what it is. I don't trust women with sneakers, so I feel like they're always in an abusive relationship. They have to. I'm trying stuff out. It's fine. It's fine. This is where I go to do terrible, terrible things. I matched with a woman before I came in here on a dating app. Thank you. It's hard out here, guys. I'm homeless. But she was a woman in a wheelchair, right? But I'm an equal opportunity ass nigga, right? So it didn't matter to me. I treat her like anyone else. I asked her a question I would ask anyone else, right? Are you a virgin? You ever been left on red by a woman in a wheelchair? So I was like, she couldn't roll with the conversation. Yeah. Blood on the floor. There's blood on the floor. Jesus Christ. Let's do some crowd work, yeah? How many? What, I got 40 seconds left?
Like 30.
30 seconds. Yeah, man, I love that everyone just agreed. I love it quiet. That's how I knew I was the youngest in here. You motherfuckers are old. Jesus Christ. I just said, can we get a little bit of some Too Short or something? And they looked at me like, you young whippersnapper, you'll learn one day. This nigga got up here and talked about alcohol. I want to do that. One day, guys, one day. All right, I'm Marcus.
Marcus, everybody. The restroom, well warmed up for everybody who's going next. I'm excited to bring this next guy. Oh, yeah. Let's get the phone, all of it, yeah. We got everything? Pretend you're getting out of an Uber. That's so awkward when they just know I'm going to leave something. I'm like, why isn't the door unlocked? They're like, you better not leave your fucking phone. Let's bring up this next guy. Let's laugh with Justin Steinfelder. Yeah. Let's do it.
Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm Justin, I'm single, dating. It's relevant. I noticed dating. A lot of girls, they have this rule. You guys heard of this rule? It's no sex on the first date. You guys heard that, right? Everyone knows about that, right? You don't sleep with a guy on the first date. And I don't agree with this rule. I think this is a bad rule, and it's not for what you think. I think it's actually not doing service for the girls. I think the rule should be the opposite. I think it shouldn't be no sex on the first date. I think it should be only sex on the first date. That's the date, okay? I know, and by the way, I'm not talking about this. This is not for dogs, all right? I'm talking about to find a good long-term man. This is my pitch to you, women. Ladies, listen to me. I'm saying you need to change the rule to only sex on the first date. Why? Let me explain why. So the rationale for the rule, tell me if I'm wrong, is, you don't want to have sex on the first date because you want to take time to get to know this guy, right? You don't want to just sleep with just anyone. So you hold sex back kind of at this little carrot. And, you get to know him, and then maybe you'll sleep with him, but only after you get to know him. Here's the error in your thinking. Before the first sexual encounter, that's not him. That's not the real him. There is no guy there before the first sexual encounter. I think what's happening is you're overestimating a male's ability to think of more than sex before he's had sex with the girl. Okay? So, yeah. So I think it's the wrong rule. Okay. So like you think the problem is. Let me start over. The problem is that it's very convincing. The guy's very convincing because he sounds like the sort of guy, right? So you think you are with the guy. You think you're with Steve, but actually it's Stefan. And Stefan, shout out Family Matters, and Stefan has only one goal, but he's very convincing, right? So you'll be on the date and you'll be like, well, so I went to Syracuse, I majored in marketing, and Stefan's like smooth. And he's like, oh my God, marketing? That's so sexy. And she's like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, I guess it is. Well, obviously I only date basic white girls, but marketing and then he's like, so what'd you do next? And she's like, well, I moved to Chicago where I knew no one, and I love Chicago, but only in the summer. And he's like, you moved to Chicago by yourself? And he's like, that's so adventurous. And she's like, oh my God, Steven, like, and she's like, I guess I am sexy and adventurous. And she's. Man, this is I'm forgetting the whole joke. Anyway, I didn't really support that well, but my feeling is change it to sex on the first date, get that out of the way. The man's no longer thinking about that. Then you can start the real dating. Not a very convincing case. I'll work on that. So another thing about being single, though, I've been single for quite a while. I'll hold for applause. And when you're dating a lot and you've been dating for a long time, your friends always find it's the good time to try to help you out. They think it's a time to brainstorm with you, right? They always ask the first same question, right? Well, what's your type? I never understood that question. What's your type, right? There is no such thing as type. Everyone has the same stock answer. Well, he should be kind and smart and attractive. You never hear the opposite. Right? What's your type? Oh, well, I'm really into spiteful, ideally illiterate, and above all, she should look like a fucking troll, right? You rarely hear that side of it. And then if they don't ask you what's your type, it's like something more abstract that's even harder to answer. It's like, well, what are you looking for? If I knew what I was looking for, wouldn't you think I'd be able to find it, right? That's like asking a depressed person, what would make you happy? He doesn't know, that's why he's sad. That's also why I'm sad. I'm not sad. I'm just kidding. Eventually, it all comes. It all rests in the area when they say, "Well, I think your problem is you're too picky." I'm like, I'm too picky. I'm sorry. I thought I was making a massive decision about my life, not picking out a car. Right? People take 6 months debating on whether they're going to get a Tesla or a Bronco. Right? That's a short-term lease. Can I trade her in? They usually, the smart ones, when they're listening, they usually say, well, actually, you can trade her in. It's called dating. And I say, that's a good point. I guess I should lower the bar. What we got? Another, you guys ready for one more dating thing? Another confusing thing, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the encouragement. Another confusing thing about dating. It's that usually in life, the harder you try to get something, the closer you get to your goal, right? So the harder you try in the gym, closer to a great body. The harder you try in class, closer you get to an A. The harder you try at work, the closer you get to a promotion if you're male. I'm just kidding. That's it. But the harder you try, you get it. The harder you try, the closer you get to your goal. In dating, it's the reverse. Especially if you're dating a little bit out of your league, the harder you try, the less attractive you are. You guys found this? The harder you try, the less attractive you are. It's like dating does not abide by the laws of physics. The laws of attraction and the laws of physics, opposites. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be action equal and opposite reaction. In dating, it's the opposite, right? It's supposed to be more gravity, more attractive. Dating, it's the opposite. More gravity, less attractive. That's all I got with that joke so far, but that's all I got. Thank you very much. I guys appreciate it. Oh, right. That's a rule.
Give it up for Justin, everybody. Yeah. Dude, that is very true, that last thing. Was everybody thinking about Will Smith and Jada with that one? I built our house. Ew. Why'd you do that? What are you, my husband? Let's just do it. Let's just warm up a little bit. Like, how are we feeling? It's a good night. Hunter, you missed so much. It's been crazy. I'm really excited to bring this next guy to the stage. He's coming around more. Let's keep him here. Alan Weiss. Right there.
I can get the tape after, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you. My name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. Woo! So, I'm an accountant, which means, I'm awkward, I'm boring, I'm a nerd, but I'm the worst nerd ever. I've never read a comic book. I don't program HTML. And I've never fell in love with an AI chatbot. That didn't work. Okay, I've seen Star Wars, but I've never masturbated to it. But I have to Microsoft Excel. I just want to get a girl into my sheets. So I worked at a premium denim company, and on the first day, I made the mistake of wearing Levi's. And my boss came up and said, "You can't wear those here." So I took them off. Apparently she meant tomorrow. But I got promoted. We caught our IT guy having sex in the server room. I'm sitting there going, how does that work? That never works for me. Not that I have sex in the server room, I just can't get girls. So I'm like, hey lady, you want to check out hey Susan, you want to check out my pie chart? Or about my bar chart? I have a nice graph. No, it doesn't work. My boss comes up to me and says, hey, gives me all the juicy gossip at work with the caveat I can't tell anyone. Do you know how hard it is to sit across the table from someone and know they slept with everybody in the office but you? It's tough. It sucks. I went to my therapist, and my therapist told me I'm on spectrum. And I said, how do you know? She's like, your shoddy connection. So I was like, well, what does that mean? And he's like, you'll never get laid off, because you're just, you're smart or something. But it's not true. I did get laid off. I had it, a long time ago, and I didn't have enough confidence. So, I told my uncle, screw you. When I was 4, I had a hearing issue. I couldn't hear, and so I had to go to a speech therapist. And the speech therapist told my mom, he's like, he needs to be on phonics. He's not going to be speaking well for a little bit, and he'll never be able to spell. I'm like, I'm 4, and you're a speech therapist. How do you know I'm not going to be able to spell? And she was right. So I'm dyslexic, and I can't tell my left from my right. So my friend said, make an L with your thumb and index fingers, and look for the one that's right, pointed right. Yeah, that worked. You're probably wondering how I'm a dyslexic accountant. It's not fraud unless there's intent. I try to, I went to a new therapist, and this therapist is difficult. She's just so difficult. She doesn't like the girls I date. She doesn't like my life choices. And I'm like, Mom, stop it. I'm 40. Get off my back. So I've listened to her. I tried dating, and I went on a first date, not mind my friends. It was him, his date, and me at a table. Then he got up and left. So I slid right over. I said, hi, Lauren. My name is Alan. I'll be taking him for Steve while he's on break. I try to be a little bit more social. Social is hard, so I go to the beach, and when I see a pretty girl, I go up to her and I say, you look amazing. And this turns out one of 2 ways. She either goes, oh, thank you so much, you made my day. Or her boyfriend goes, what did you say? And I'm like, I'm on Spectrum. Shoddy connection. You're breaking up. I try to do some more social things. I went to a brunch, and I asked what I should bring. They said bring some pita, but the fluffiest pita you can find. So I'm in Whole Foods feeling up the pita. Oh, this one feels kind of soft. This one feels kind of hard. Oh yeah, this one feels just right. And I was worried, what if someone comes up and sees me, they'll think I'm a pedophile. And then I won't be allowed within 300 feet of the bread aisle. It's a good thing I like pita chips. They're in the deli. There's a lot of guys at my gym. I go to the gym, and there's the guys have the muscle dysmorphia. They're just huge. They just want to get bigger and bigger, and then they have that vein in their neck because they're just trying to get bigger. So I stand next to them to make them look bigger, except in the shower. It's trouble, if you can tell, with a lady is just awkward, not able to figure it out. So I was like, I got to figure out something else. I got to get tough. I got to manly. Maybe that'll do it. So I joined a gang of accountants. We're the debits and they're the credits. And we go around and jump people. We go, you've just been reconciled. And then we run. I can run fast. I don't think you think that, but I can run fast. I was a D1 track athlete. I ran on the team because walking on was too slow. I know, a stupid joke. My siblings are either married or getting married. So you know what that means? I won. I won. My love language is touch, but I don't like to be touched unless there's a tip involved. I mean, you guys are disgusting. I'm trying to get a massage. Let's see, what else do we have? How much time do you have?
You have two, three.
Okay.
No, 3.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me think what else I can do. What's new? Let's see. So someone was trying to tell me I need to get a point of view. I need to show everybody my point of view. So I just tell them what I see. A bunch of people in the audience looking at me. It's my point of view. That's stupid. Let's see, what else do we have that I haven't done? Okay, so I want to open up my own restaurant, but for the sole purpose of handing out fortune cookies. I want to have it where the couple comes in and it'll go like this. It's like, crack, you'll find the love of your life. Crack, you'll get lucky. Crack, don't go home. Your wife knows. I promise I won't bore you with the history of accounting. By 3000 BC, the Mesopotamians invented it. By 1495, the Italians modernized it. And by mid-1800s, the Scottish professionalized it. I'm telling you all this to let you know, it wasn't the Jews. I want to know the jerks who invented taxes? Yes, it was the Egyptians. And that's why the Jews got out. My coworker, he's a little bit, doesn't understand Jewish holidays, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, Alan, do you have a Hanukkah bush for Passover?" I was like, "Yeah." I put it in the backyard, light it on fire, hide behind it, and wait for Moses to come. I don't like going to temple, it's boring, so I decided I want to start my own televangelist show for accountants, just so I can go up to people and go, "You've been balanced." Thank you very much. My name's Alan Weiss.
Woo! Yes, give it up for Alan, everybody. He had a show this weekend. Let's give it up for that. Everybody doing their thing. Best part of School of Comedy. What's going on? Someone, you look for a seat? Is that, you scared of the front row? Scared of the front row, sir? You scared of the splash zone? What?
Sure.
Okay. Who is ready to get blessed with the comedy of the one and only Blast, everybody? Woo! Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Yeah. I was on Instagram scrolling around, and I seen a post that said 5 signs you're dating a narcissist. And my ex came to my mind, man, Because she used to call me that all the time, but I never knew what a narcissist was, man. I was like, oh, shit, I am a fucking narcissist, dude. But then I got kind of mad, Because I was like, how the fuck could she leave me if she knows I have this problem and shit, man? Fucking selfish. And you know what else is algorithm telling them that they need therapy and blue chews? Just me or what? That's all I see. It's like, fucking, tits, ass. Then it's like, do you need therapy? Do you feel alone? And then I scroll again and it's like, you want to bone those chicks that were up there? Buy this, I'm like, fuck. But I'm too broke to afford therapy, so I had to get the blue chews, you know what I mean? But you got to be careful with those things, man. You got to be careful. Like, it's cool the night of, but like the next day they still like take effect, dude. Like, I'm fucking walking around with the chubby and shit, man. It's not safe. Not safe out there, man. Talking about homeless people and stuff earlier. That's cool, man. I started recently giving back to the homeless, Started giving them money and stuff, But not because I'm trying to be nice or anything, I'm just waiting for one of these YouTubers to hand me $1,000, dude. Like, fuck, I'm seeing all these videos. Like, I should be me, man, Yeah. I recently moved here to Hollywood. And it's pretty cool, It's pretty cool. But where I'm from, like it's like kind of like ghetto, It's known for like crackheads and hookers and gang activity and stuff like that. So I was like, fuck, dude, if I want to succeed in life, I need to change my environment. So I fucking moved to Hollywood, and it's like fucking Pomona on crack, dude. It's terrible, But I like to investigate. I like to know where I'm at. I like to know my area and shit. So I was cruising around and I seen there were some prostitutes, So I was like, fuck it, let me pull up. Let me see what the see what the prices are around here, you know. Come to find out, like, it's fucking, they're bigger than me, you know. Like, oh shit, it's fucking not that kind of party, but still had to get the prices, you know. I still had to get the prices. Come to find out, like, these guys are charging more than the girls in Pomona and shit, dude. And, I mean, like, I'm down with the LGBTQ, but I'm a feminist first, man. I think we need to get those prices down, man. It's not right. Not right. Yeah. Let's see. What else? What else do we have here? I think I wrote something in my phone. Let's see. Yeah. You guys are talking about mushrooms, cocaine and mushrooms and drugs and stuff like that. Actually, I sold cocaine for a long time. Like, it wasn't just a summer job for me. It was like a career path that I was going on, you know? And then I started taking mushrooms, man, and I was like, dude, fuck cocaine. Mushrooms are where it's at, man, you know? Like when you're selling cocaine, like, yeah, people hitting you up, like, all hours of the night, you know? And, like, they never have enough, you know? Like, you're trying to sell a fucking eighth for fucking, you know, 100 or whatever, and they're, oh, I only have this much. And it's fucking bullshit, you know? Like, because, you know, they're going to call you back in 2 or 3 hours with the fucking more money. So it's like, you know, they're fucking bullshitting, man, you know? But, yeah, I tried mushrooms, and I was like, fuck it, let me try to start selling these. And, like, dude, people that fucking take mushrooms are way cooler than people that take fucking cocaine, man. Like, they have, like, they know when they're gonna get them before, you know? Like, they give you, like, a week advance notice, and, like, they let you keep the change and shit, you know? It's like, fuck, it don't get no better than that, dude. Like, fuck getting called at 2 in the morning for not as much as you're trying to make, you know? Like, I fucking love it. But, yeah, I fucking, I did have a bad mushroom trip recently, man. It's pretty fucked up. We were up in Big Bear hanging out, you know, we had a cabin and stuff. And they were doing body shots, you know? Fucking, they were doing body shots on the girls. And I was like, oh, fucking cool, you know? I was tripping out, whatever. And, yeah, someone had the idea of, like, I should do the body shots, you know? Because I guess, like, I have like a six-pack or whatever. So they fucking offered me. And I was just... There we go. Yeah, they offered me to fucking do the fucking body shots, you know? And I wasn't thinking, like, I was just there like, oh, go lay on the table. And so I fucking lay on the table. But I guess no girls wanted to do body shots on me and shit. But I was fucking zoned out, you know? I was in another fucking world. And then I just start hearing, Ryan, Ryan, Ryan. And I look up and there's this fucking dude about to take a body shot off of me, dude. This shit was fucking traumatic as fuck. Like, that shit was fucking fucked up, man. Like, real shit. It was fucking funny as fuck, though. Now that I look at it, you know? It's like, because he was going to do it, bro. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I recently went to a gay bar. You know, like... just, I don't know, I was just, like, out with some friends, but I kind of got offended, because, like, no one was really hitting on me, you know, like, they were, like, calling me bro and stuff, like, I was expecting to be, like, sweet-talked and everything, like, I heard about, like, you know, they try to get, like, they weren't interested, they were just like, hey, what's up, bro, like, they were being real, like, friendly, like, manly with me and shit, you know, and, like, I was like, damn, I guess, like, I'm not setting off anyone's, like, you know, senses or anything like that, dude, like, I don't know. It's all right, though. It's all right, though. I guess that was, like, a little bit more assuring from myself, you know? Like, I'm like, fuck it, like, because, I mean, at what point, like, is it, like, all right, like, I'm going to try this, you know? Like, if I was drunk and, like, someone was really trying it, like, I mean, who knows, you know? Like, it was, like, a moment of truth, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, talking about Instagram. Been seeing a lot of deaths on Instagram lately. Like, you know, people dying, people posting people dying and stuff. Oh, fucking rest in peace. And it sucks, you know, because, like, I get stuck in these rabbit holes trying to find out how this person died, you know? Like, I don't even know them, and I'm, like, in their comments or, like, other people's comments, or, like, I'll go to the GoFundMe, you know? And if it doesn't say how they died in the GoFundMe, like, something's fishy to me, you know? Like, I have to fucking find out. So, like, now I'm, like, on other people's pages, like, you know, like, it's pretty unnecessary. Like, it's, like, 20, 30 minutes of work. Like, legit, I'm at work, you know, fucking trying to find out how some random person died. It's fucking, It's ridiculous. But yeah, one time I was like, fuck it. I had to fucking find out. There was some chick that passed away. Like, we were fucking friends on Instagram and shit, you know? So I was like, fuck, like, how'd she fucking die? I couldn't find it anywhere. It took me fucking 3 days, man. Like, fucking researching, nothing. So I fucking kind of stooped kind of low. I was like, hey, messaged some chick that we were like, you know, mutual friends. Like, hey, how did Maria die? And she's like, oh, I was like, we were kind of dating, you know? I was like, yeah, how did Maria die? We kind of were dating, you know? And I'm just kind of curious. And she's like, oh, her husband killed her. He fucking found out that she was dating someone, you know? I was like, oh shit. She's like, I can't believe I never knew it was you. And I was just like, well, that's why we never told anybody, dude. We're fucking trying to keep it a secret, you know? And yeah, but it was funny though. So there's a lot of guys here, huh? Fellas. You guys like squirters? How come squirters never tell you when they're squirters? What's up with that? Like, I don't know. I think that's pretty rude, you know? Like, when guys are gonna come, like, you always have to say, oh, I'm about to come. But, like, a chick never says, like, oh, I'm about to squirt or I squirt. Like, they never give you a warning or anything like that, you know? Like, I remember one time I was, like, doing 69 with some chick, dude, and, like, she was on top, and I don't know if she was, like, trying to be mean or she was just coming really hard or what, but she started putting, like, all her weight on my face, dude, and squirting, you know? And, like, I was kind of drowning and stuff. And I'm from the hood. So my survival instincts kicked in, man. And I stuck my finger in her ass, like when a pit bull locks on, dude. And she just started shaking and shit, man. It was pretty fucked up, you know? But, yeah, with that said, fellas, make sure you guys wear condoms, all right? Make sure you guys wrap it up. Get the ribbed condoms. And then you turn it inside out for your pleasure. Stay blessed, everybody.
Stay blessed. That'd be so crazy. Hi, I'm Sam. I am a Capricorn. I have no dietary restrictions, and I will squirt. The thing is, I think girls don't tell guys so they don't feel bad when it doesn't happen. Am I wrong? No. Because if you assume it's not going to happen, and then it happens, it's like, oh. But if you go...
Make them work harder. Like, they want you to, like, let's see.
I don't know if that's been... I don't know if that's a universal experience. Also, the danger of a man's cum is there's babies in it. You know what I mean? A girl squirts, it's like you just get a pee on your face. No. Ew. Pee on your face. Everyone knows where the bathroom is? No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm so glad this guy decided to stop by. I'm a big fan. Right there in the back, Hunter White.
Oh, it's me. Why do you want them to tell you when they're gonna squirt? It should be like a fun surprise. Like it should happen and you're like, is it raining in here? What's happening? I keep it going for Sam, looking like a grade school teacher was told she can't dress up for Halloween. She's trying. For those who don't know me, my name is Hunter. I used to be really into politics, and then I smoked DMT, and now I really like trees. It's good to be here. I haven't been here in a while. I've been going through it. That was for me. I got a dog recently. And we have any dog people? Thank you. Any dog people? Yeah. Dog people are fucking weird. And I can say that because, like, I am a dog person, but, like, just because of this dog, like, I, most of the time, just refer to myself as daddy. Right? Like, it's not weird. She's just, like, a really weirdly buff terrier chihuahua mutt. She is my daughter and my best friend. It is a dialectic, and I am happy with it. Sam, you got that. Figuring you out, Sam. I enjoy you as a person. Also, my parents love you. My mother was like, I can see Sam going places. What did you do with my mother?
Hugging her and telling her what a blessing she was.
Oh, my mother came to her show. It was a whole thing. Go to her next show. She puts on a hell of a show. I should get on with material. Yeah, blah. Anybody here talk to themselves?
Only on meth.
Only on meth? All right, well, that derailed this. No, I don't know. I think there are like two types of people in the world. People who talk to themselves while sober, and people who think those people are fucking crazy. Right? And like, I don't know. I've been talking to myself forever, and I'm not nuts because I know it's myself. Right? Like, I think the problem comes when you thinking the voices inside your head or outside your head. Right? Like, it's fine. I don't, Like, the difference between being normal and being crazy on anyway, new jokes, guys. It's been like a month. The dog, you know, also, any of you guys ever just lose yourself to a video game? You're like, I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate, and then it's 3 weeks later and time is fucked up? That's where I'm at. I don't know. Things are good. My girlfriend is out of town right now, which, like, I love her, but woo! I don't know. It's great. And, like, I don't know. If you know me, you probably realize this. Girlfriend out of town? What does that mean? I am gonna do some drugs this weekend, guys. And, like, here's the thing. I'm a grown-up. I plan that shit weeks out in advance. I put drugs in my day planner. Thank you. I don't know. I used to like do cocaine and go to the dentist. Now I drop my dog at daycare before I trip. It's weird growing up. It's weird growing up. It's like I'm in therapy because I turned 30. And I think it's like a healthy thing being in therapy. And like, I don't know. I realized like I am incredibly stubborn. Y'all sympathize, right? But I'm stubborn over just kind of like pointless things. Right, like I haven't done laundry the correct way, I think ever. Right, like I don't separate the lights from the colors. It's not because I'm like a woke laundry abolitionist. I'm just not gonna let big laundry tell me what to do. Right, like I got a personality disorder with traits of autism. Does that sound like a laundry tag can tell me what to do? It's fine, guys. These are all jokes. We're happy. We're chilling. I'm so happy I left the house. I was like, you're gonna... Anyway, that's a whole other topic. I don't know. Therapy's like weird because I'm like still trying to figure her out. Like it's been like a few months, but it's still like a, hey, Eileen, like I have social anxiety. Or is it more like a, hey, Eileen, I've spoken to aliens. What is this relationship? I don't know. I'm thinking like... I don't know, time's been like really weird. And just like thinking about like my life as a whole, right? And like the big things that happened. Like, how old are you, Bless? 33, right? So like the biggest thing that happened in our life is like the internet becoming a thing, right? Yeah. And for all like the good things about the internet, are you a fan? Because like I'm not. No, I mean, okay, there are a lot of cool things about the internet, right? But why did nobody warn us? Right? Because growing up, they warned us about all kinds of things, right? Drugs or video games or fast food. But there was no DARE program for the internet, right? Oh, but video games? Oh no, Tetris caused Columbine. Oh no, GTA will steal your virginity. Oh no, Animal Crossing is a communist takeover. But no warning about the internet? And they should have, because like, again, I'm 30, and thanks to the WWW, I am equally nervous about TikTok as I am fluoride in the water. Right, like, are they government programs? Do the Amish have mind control? Did Barbenheimer make Barbie gay? Okay, some of you guys not quite there. What I mean is I think that Taylor Swift is a reptilian Teletubby. And that's not because I was like really into the PSP. That's because of like your weird aunt's Pinterest board. Look, I don't know what y'all think of me, and that's fine, because, you know, life goes on. Are we in a simulation? It's fine. I did the thing about the internet. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are great. Keep it going for Sam and everybody here at LA School of Comedy. Have a good night.
Hunter White! So much love in this room. Okay, we're done. That's my favorite thing about comedians. When you know where you are and you know what you're gonna do, and it's like, uh-oh, me. What am I gonna do? No. Joey Zaza, give us something. Picture us naked. Do what you gotta do. Come on. Naked.
Thank you. I love the energy of you, Hunter. sit down, please, if it's okay. Okay. Thank you. It's your world. I'm just living in it, bruh. Hunter, I loved your energy. It reminded me of Jerry Lewis. I didn't say it was a good thing. Speaking of Jerry Lewis, I was on some sort of feed on YouTube, and I don't know how this popped up. According to the feed, it was Jerry Lewis, I guess, faced. He wouldn't. Let's just say this: he wouldn't have survived in the Me Too movement. Yeah, he had a long bad history of, I guess you could say, raping women, and. I mean, rape is horrible. It's terrible. I've seen Shawshank Redemption and American Me and every other fucking prison movie could ever mention. But I mean, those are violent, traumatizing movies in general. But I can't. I mean, in terms of the world of raping, traumatizing, which I'm sure it is, I can't imagine how traumatizing must have been being raped by Jerry Lewis, because he played the Nutty Professor. The original one, not the Eddie Murphy one, for those of you who are aware, know anything about it. But, he was like a slapstick comedian, so he was like, like, nice lady, oh boy. I mean, during the rape, I'm trying to be funny, but, I don't know. I'm trying to be funny here. I like to shed light on very dark situations, but, I don't know. Everybody's looking at me right now. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. But anyways, speaking of, again, Hunter, thank you. You inspired me. Speaking of drugs, I'm over 11 years sober. Thank you. And I got sober at a Jewish rehab. I'm not even making that up. That's not even a joke. There is such a thing. And if you think Israel's bad, imagine living in a fucking a Jewish rehab. I always told people, we didn't have Hamas, but we had hummus. Oh man, I'm really bombing tonight. Oh, no pun intended. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was pretty. I'm sorry, Sam. I know. Never again, right? Man, please forgive me. I'm just coming up with shit off the dome. Straight off the dome, like a hit from the bong, and I love Cypress Hill. Yeah. Growing up in the 90s. This music fucking sucks today, man. I every time on a lift they're playing something from somebody I've never even heard of, like Little Yachty, Little Zoddy, Little Shoddy, Little Body. I don't know what the fuck. They all sound the same and they have the weirdest fucking names ever. But I grew up in the 90s, during the real hip hop area. This is not even funny. I'm just trying to think of things to make you laugh, but apparently it's not working. So yeah, like I said, I'm over 11 years sober, and I'm an alcoholic. And let me see, my DOCs, if you don't know what that means, it means drug of choice, are alcohol, cocaine, and meth. I always tell people drugs and alcohol are fun until they weren't. But they were a lot of fucking fun. I'd be lying to say if they weren't, until they got bad. I remember my first time smoking meth. It was given to me by everybody who smokes meth the first time. It was ice, which is the most potent, at least the most potent I ever smoked. And it was given to me, like everybody else, by a Korean gangster. And that was supposed to be funny. But oh man, I'm really bombing tonight. Anyways, so I'm Jewish too, and we're quite neurotic and anxious, and we suffer, I hope to think the rest of the population, even the non-Jewish population, suffers from obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. So for some reason, when I smoked the ice, it increased my OCD, and I started cleaning my sink, of all places, from sundown to sunrise. So that was a lot of fun. And by the time I was done, that bitch was fucking clean. I already felt like doing lines after on it already, but I was just smoking the meth. But I don't discriminate when it comes to drugs. Alcohol. One time I got so fucked up from drinking. It was my Asian homies, Asian boys, and they got fucked up. And I remember I had a dream where I threw up on my pillow, and I went back to sleep, and I woke up. I checked myself in the mirror, and I looked like Two-Face from Batman. Like all my fucking face, like only one side was covered in the vomit and the throw up. It was not a fun time. Yeah. But it's one thing. I'm grateful that I'm sober, but and been in recovery for so long. But what I've learned is I fucking hate AA meetings and all meetings, same meetings, because they're fucking lame, and everybody talks the same fucking thing, and it feels very cultish. I don't know if anybody's been to one. I personally think AA is a cult, but it hasn't. I don't know how it could, because Tom Cruise hasn't dominated it yet. There's all this talk about higher power and people taking your inventory, and it's always the same fucking thing they always say, like, "Hey, Joey, have you found good with God yet?" I don't know. Has anybody ever asked you that? With you, have you found good with God? Because it's all about God and the higher power and the 12 steps. So the only thing I could think of is, "Hey, so and so, have you found fuck off yet?" Anyways, man, this is hard. I'm very indisciplined. Like I said, I'm a recovering alcoholic and coke addict. I mean, meth addict too. But you think I'd be more organized from the meth? But yeah, I don't know. I don't write shit down. I'm very indisciplined. It's always so late tonight. I was too busy with my OCD at home. But fuck, I don't do shit. I can't. I don't know, man. Normally I can't write shit down, so that's my fault. It's usually straight from the dome. But anyways, I have nothing else to say. I don't know. Should I think of stuff?
King, it's your time.
Yeah, I know. How much more time do I have?
You got 3.
All right, I'll do my best. Has anybody traveled?
Ever?
Yeah. Globally, worldwide. Where have you been? Anybody? Rosarito, Vegas. Oh, that's cool. I used to go. Oh, nice. I can't do that anymore. It's funny because I always call that place Baja, Rosarito, like Gringo, Mexico, because there's just white people there getting fucked up. Like Senor Frogs. Sorry, I used the rule and the. I know I'm boring. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, thank you. Who else has been places? Costa Rica. I heard that's fun. It's nice. Did you interact with any of the sloths there? No. They're cool animals. I've never met one before, but they seem pretty cool. I mean, if one animal had to be permanently fucking faded, it might as well be a sloth, because they just stand there. They just live in the tree, and their eyes are all squinted and grabbing shit. Yeah, they're pretty chill. Anybody else? 2 minutes? Come on, I have 2 minutes to kill. Idaho.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
You like meth? There's a lot of
Oh, I'm sure. Meth and potatoes. That sounds like fun. A lot of smashing fucking potatoes.
their potatoes actually get exported, so they don't. If you go to Idaho, you're more likely to let's get a potato out there.
Oh, is that right? I heard that's the same thing with Georgia and their peaches.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, spoiler alert. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I'm just doing this shit straight from the dome. It's a lot of fun, boring people. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, has anybody else experimented with drugs? Yeah. Okay. Oh, kind of. Only a seasonal thing. What was your thing, if you don't mind me asking?
We'll go to raves, just do the ecstasy.
I can't last at. I could never go to raves. It's just not my scene.
Straight, probably French crackhead energy.
Oh. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know. My thing was like doing with starving artists, like cocaine definitely was living a very bohemian lifestyle, and of course drinking. It's funny because the people that I was doing blow with, it's cocaine, that I don't know, they're just like a bunch of starving artists trying to find themselves. But when you do blow with somebody that you don't know and they're trying to find themselves, they're actually the worst conversations you could ever think of. Like I met this guy who was living in the same apartment as me, and we were doing blow together, and he told me about the time where he was molested by his uncle in the tool shed. And I said to myself, that's kind of killing the vibe, man. Why don't you just cut me somewhere in lines and tell me when you're done talking about your uncle molesting you in the tool shed? But it's funny because it's true. But yeah, man, I just love to getting numbed up, with the whole Timothy Leary tune in, tune out. How does it go? Anybody familiar with Timothy Leary? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I could probably find the answer if I was still high, but not that I'm sober. I can't. I don't know, Sam. How much more time do I have?
9 seconds.
Okay. Well, thank you for putting up with me. I'm terrible. I'm horrible. What's up? I'm trying, I'm Jewish too. Sam's sighing because we have a self-deprecation thing as fellow Jews. But now during the current state of the world, it's all deprecation towards Jewish people. So, thank you.
Turn on
right.
and drop out.
Yeah, that's it. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I'm terrible. No.
I'm terrible. So Jewish.
I know.
Don't look at me. Why aren't you watching?
I'm a shanda.
After everything I've been through, but nothing. Don't look at me. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight.
Woo!
I do need your social media and your emails. We have a mailing list, and we like to give out updates and stuff. It keeps us all connected. LA School of Comedy is not just an open mic. We do have stand-up classes, kids improv classes. You can rent out the space, do a podcast here. Let's give it up for Jason behind the computer tonight. I should have said. Producer, he's the best. He can sell you the tape. What else are they gonna say? Emails. Oh, and we have punch cards. So after every 5 mics, you get the 6th one free. So we'll do that afterward. But thank you guys so much. I have been Sam. Shout out New York. If you're still watching, go to bed. You're crazy. Shout out Los Angeles. Shout out Idaho. We didn't mean to do that to you. We're just honest. We're just so honest here. Okay, have a good night, everybody.